Alrighty guys, today is Monday and I'm kind of upset right now because look, I just cleaned this car yesterday. I'll show you some awesome pictures I took. I thought it's not too bad for, take pictures with a phone, but I'm kind of upset. Like, god dang. Don't you hate that? Wash your car and then it just has to rain the next day. That is the most irritating thing that could ever happen to me in my life. God, I'm about to wash it again later. I don't know, maybe this wax I put on there, maybe it won't be too bad. Maybe, well, and then again, it might be raining all night, so maybe the roads ain't too bad. But I'm gonna go by the little gas station and grab me a little drink real quick, and then woo, it's kind of chilly. But I'm gonna go by the gas station, grab me a drink, and then, ooh, I like it. Let me go to the shop. Look at that water just roll off the car. Love it. See how it just falls. Well, it's all. Ooh, it's raining. Crap. Looks like it's been raining for a minute. Might be flooding. There's a water meter guy here. Ooh, flash floods, guys. About time we get some rain, honestly. It's about time. Alrighty guys, so we got Nate over here and he's gonna blow air to that little oil feed to make sure it's not blocked up through the head. Alright, go ahead. Looks like we got air. Alright, sweet. So it's gotta be in that rod that we had on. So put another rod on there, should be oiling great, and then it should be done. I ended up changing the front rod, or actually both rods, to the square one. I said we was gonna blow it out. We already blowed it out. There's air coming through it, and there, when we started it a minute ago, it's on Timmy's channel if you'll see it. We had these, or I had these little round caps. Now see how these things don't sit flush at all? They're for a round, not a square. So what it was doing, oil passes through this whole tube, and then goes through the injectors. So it didn't have a seal, so it just started pouring over here, and it filled up this valve cover in a matter of seconds. So it is definitely getting oil pressure up here. And the fact that it was pushing oil out of these holes right here, that it is definitely getting oil through this rod. So this rod definitely is getting oil through it. Now I done torqued everything down, and what I done, I went to Roll King, I got some grade 8 washers, and they fit around it. They're really good. I'll show you. I grabbed 16 of them because I didn't know how wide it needed to be. But then I got over here and I thought, 16 washers, if you put two on top of each other, you might lose a little bit of pressure, But this is it. And it slides right over the bolt, kind of tight and everything. Works great. So got them all down and got them all torqued down. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the jakes back on, and then we're going to start it up again and see what the oil pressure looks like. Alrighty, so Dad readjusted the valves. Got it looking all good. So we did figure out the issue. It was because there was two different style of rockers. The old style oils the valve spring, and the new style does not oil the valve spring. So that issue I had on my last video of one rack oiling and another rack not, that is why. But now the oil pressure's up. because it has the same style rockers on it. We put the new style on them, and it holds what, 50 pounds?
50 pounds hot.
50 pounds. So we did the cam bearings, the rod, crank bearings, literally everything for this. And it turns out it's darn rockers. Imagine that. Holy crap, guys. I never thought I would ever see this day. So I'm the one that tore this thing apart the first time and everything. Like, I am just so surprised. I'm seeing this right now. I can hold it while you pull up.
Yeah, you got to hold it.
Start right over my arm.
You need a little grab on it.
Yeah.
Pull that sucker out.
Now she's out. Hang on, that back tire's stuck. Let it air up a little bit more. That back tire's stuck. Might have to break that loose. Alright, try it again. Yeah. It's locked up. So the brake. So if I hit that drum, it's there. I guess I need to hit get a bar and hit that S-cam.
The scotch out of the wheel, apparently.
You want me to move them?
Yeah.
Alright. Scotch it or move it?
Scotch it.
Never thought I would ever see this day. Huh?
Get a hammer and hit that.
Try to break.
That just shows how long this thing's been sitting.
Get a hammer and break it. Hit the drum and pop it.
What are you doing today?
Hey, you got the brakes?
Well, I'm glad I was in the truck.
You got the brakes? There's scotches underneath it. Here goes, guys. Make sure this time's broke loose. Woo! Never thought I would ever see this day. Holy crap. Dude, this is awesome. It's actually kind of exciting.
Woo, she got some balls.
Aw, snap.
Hey, did you include that?
Where? Oh. Dude, come on. Really? That is one little bitty extension.
I was asking you, you lied to me.
Oh, whatever.
Throw that. Go with it, don't.
Door that down up. God, this is awesome. Look at that park spot. That concrete probably has never seen daylight in years.
Hey, wait for it.
Woo! Look at her go. Heck yeah. Woo! Remember carry that battery? Yeah. Alright.
Good.
Awesome.
Where'd you put that chair at?
Right over there on the other side of the building. See it right there? It's right there. See it?
Yeah, I see it.
All right. Well, we got this thing cleaned up a little. Nathan took the seat out. And I'm pretty sure we're going to clean this thing up really good and make it a nice, decent truck. I've been told, I don't know if it's going to happen though, that we're going to put some hardwood floor down and this and that, blah, blah. But it might end up looking like a really nice truck. I mean, we've done other trucks. We've restored them, this and that, made them look a lot better. I think we might be doing it this. This is a really good truck. I mean, this thing is completely rebuilt, honestly, if you think about it. New bearings everywhere, brand new head. I know if you guys seen that video, and it's getting new seats, new driver's seat at least. It's gonna get detailed, this and that. So it might actually turn out really good. So we're gonna start her up, look for leaks. Oop. Wait, is it in gear? It's not in gear, why is it not starting? Please tell me that. Dude, you just had to say something about a starter. No way. I swear. Ground, positive. It's on. Dude. You just had to say something about it during starter. Dude. You just had to say something about a starter, too. Oh, I hate how this thing's so far back in the cab, this and that. I hope the starter don't go out.
No, I didn't say it like that.
Yeah,
I
you
didn't say it
did.
like
Yeah,
that.
you did. Son of a gun.
I said it's gonna suck if the starter goes out.
Yeah. And then we gotta start it up and the next starter's out. Dude, that sucks. Let's see what everything is. You good? Yep. Yep, you tap on the starter. What was that? Gum.
Do it again. Let me see where it's clicking. It's got 2 cylinders on it.
Trying it. There she goes. Oh crap.
About 800 to 1,000
Sounds good.
Huh?
Sounds good. Freaking Nathan. Imagine that. This is about 900 RPM. Full pressure, about 50 pounds. Looks good. Now we're just going to check for any leaks. We got everything cleaned off and go from there. I already took all the hoses that was rubbing together and I redone them all. Put new zip ties on them so we don't have to worry about nothing rubbing holes. This thing should be about pretty close to 100% motor wise, but I'm pretty excited about it. Alrighty, y'all. We got an old Camaro with a small block in it.
Oh, buddy.
So we're gonna grab the keys for it, and we are going to take the tranny out, see what kind of clutch it has in it. Talk to the owner, let him know we are. Is that it? No, that's for Yamaha. He said in his dash. Not on his dash. Unless that's it. It's for a GM. Surely not. Anyway, like I said, we're taking the tranny out of that bad boy. It honestly don't sound bad. It's got a nice little cam in it. Well, it sounds decent, if that makes sense. What does it say? Squirt? Squirter. It's a squirting car. I kind of like how it sits, but I kind of don't like it. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's a nice little car. It's just, I don't know, maybe it's the body. I don't know. I said I liked it. I do like it. It's just, I don't know. I can't wrap my mind around it. But we're going to take the tranny out, like I said, and then we're going to see what clutch it needs and tell the owner. And then the owner is going to bring us a new clutch. We're going to stick it in there. This thing will be in and out. Pretty easy, pretty simple job. A little extra money for me. So I'm not complaining, honestly, because I really, really need the extra money right now. Something I kind of like about this thing, the way they made this, is this thing does not have a darn, dang, dude, this thing is smooth. The first, second, third, fourth, fifth. It's awesome. It doesn't have a speedometer. It's hilarious. Dang, that clutch goes straight to the floor. Woo! Let's get my seat up a little bit. Ooh, dang, she jumped up right there. Oh. Gotta give her a second. That throttle is hard to push. She's all carbureted. She's got to get warmed up. There's no oil pressure. Is that nice cam I was talking about? This thing loops. See if I can get this thing in gear. See, what's what I mean, dude? Look, straight into gear. It's weird. Super easy. Car's coming. Great. Alrighty, guys. This thing looks super easy. It's going to be beyond easy. Take this mount off. Right there. Easy. Drive shaft. These 4 bolts. Get that out of the way. And then take these 4 bolts from the bow housing. We learned a lesson with the other one. Take these 4 bolts with the bell housing, and then slide this tranny part out, and then loosen the bell housing. Super easy. It's ridiculous how easy it is. We'll probably have to take that starter off. No, we won't have to take it off. It's mounted to the block. This thing is very oily. Look at that little clutch system. It's awesome. This thing is very oily. It's got an oil leak somewhere, I don't know, but this thing should be super easy. Now I'm gonna let it back down. Should be 4 bolts for the shifter, and then that'll be that. Like I said, guys, this is really easy right here. I'm surprised of how easy this is going to be. I hope. We'll see, though. All right, so the first thing I done was I took these bolts out right here around the shifter. And this thing should just lift up, if I'm not wrong. I've never done one of these before, but it should just lift up. Sweet. It's already ripped right there, so it just slipped over the ball. Set that over here. The bolts and everything is right there. So this right here looks like a 13 or a 10, or maybe even 12. Now, I hope I'm not gonna have to move around this carpet, but it should just be, so 3. I think that might be just for the cover. Tagging it. Well, a little bit more than I thought it was. Alrighty, so we got this little dash piece took off. There's 2 bolts here, and there's 2 bolts there. And you can kind of lift this thing up. I don't really know what's holding it up there. I thought it was the radio and the, whatever it's called, the controller for the heat and air. But it wasn't. But there's bolts all around this. You kind of just move the carpet out of the way and get the bolts out. I mean, if you really wanted to take this out, but I don't know what's holding it, and I just want to get it done. So, There's 4 bolts that holds the shifter in, and honestly, one of them's already loose, so that's a good sign. So there's 1 bolt, and I got 4 more to go, or actually 3 more. 3 more to go. Take the shifter out, then I can lift it back up, and then honestly, it's like what, 4 bolts, 8 bolts. Well, actually, drive shaft is 4. So wait, 4, and then 4 for the support beam or whatever. That's 8. And then another 4 for the tranny. And then that's going to be 12. And then, I don't know, however much the bell housing is. And then the clutch. Super easy. It's beyond easy. This thing is actually pretty cool. It's super easy. I'm taking 4 out, and then we're going to lift her up. There she is. It's a bit more dirty than I would recommend. But there she is, guys. That is pretty dirty. Anyway, there she is. Set this where grease will not get everywhere. Right there. See, no grease, no bueno. Now, all I gotta do is literally, like I said, just a couple bolts and this sucker's out. Kind of excited. Since everything's out up here, I might need some of these sockets and wrenches. You know, I might just go ahead and grab these out of here. Just throw them in the floor right here. I can get them out when the car's already out. If I need them. Drop them out. Yeah, I'm gonna need this, get that 10, get that 15, get 13. That should be it. Close that. Let's go over here. This is my little workbench here, guys. Now let's lift her up. See what she's gonna do. Oh, it's going up. Woo! What do you guys think? What do you guys think about this old lift, huh? Oh yeah, look at her go. She's lifting. She's lifting the car. Lifting. Guys, there we go. She is out. Look at that flywheel. Look at that. And the pilot bearing. It don't even seem like there is a pilot bearing. And then first issue right here, see that right there is gone. So the clutch was a need. Back of it, I mean, fairly, it looks like a decent clutch. The disc, it really looks alright, but that's also the clutch. That's crazy. But anyway, it's missing the disc right here. So that's what's wrong with it. I don't know if he wants me to take the flywheel off and get it resurfaced. I mean, it don't feel bad. It's smooth all the way around. Except right here, it's kind of a ridge, but that's what really matters. But you definitely might need a pilot bearing. Honestly, I don't really know if these things do have a pilot bearing. I don't think they do. It's basically the same thing my tranny was out of that red car. Red Firebird. But anyway, there she is. I really don't know if it needs a rear seal because there's a lot of oil in here. That could be the reason why there's oil literally everywhere else. But who knows. Anyway, there it is. Now we're gonna go to the owner and tell him it's out, tell him what he needs, and that'll be it. So we got the tranny out of this thing last night. And you guys know the deal with the clutch. You know the deal with this thing. It's not a bad looking car. The body looks awesome. But it's just not my style. I love how it says squirt. I don't know if I showed you guys that or not. But what I'm going to do real quick, I'm going to change the kingpin. Pretty sure it's on the driver's side. I think we did the passenger last time. So the main thing that I have been sitting here doing is just taking the steering arms off. I took both caps off, top and bottom. Took the brakes off. I had to loosen this right here. This thing would jig right here, back the brakes off. Took this little caliper off right here. And like I said, I took the brakes off. And this is the reason why we're changing it. Let's see if I can see that. Can you guys hear that? I don't know if you guys can really tell, but this is pretty bad. I don't see why they done one side, not the other. But, I mean, maybe it wasn't bad back then. I don't know. But, so we're either going to jack it out or take a big old bar like that sucker right there and hit it with a sledgehammer. I'd rather jack it out. But I don't know. So we're gonna figure that out, which one we want to do, and then we're gonna get the sucker out and bring a new one out, clean all this junk up. I don't know why, but I like playing that. It's freaking cool, dude. It's freaking cool. Oh yeah.
Good. Slide it out. You need to set something where you can set it over where you can set it on it, like a bucket or.
There she is.
Here, you can set it on this more likely. Okay. Set it right over out of the way.
It works. Look at that. There's a hole.
What red car?
Red car up there. Alright.
Sell it if you can.
So we got the first bearing in, or bushing, so to speak.
The spin and bushing.
I cleaned it up a little bit. It's not perfect, but it's a little better than what it was. Look at all that gunk.
Well, we get hose on it and it'll clean it all off after we get it back together.
Just spray it off with water real quick, honestly.
Yeah, that really needs sanded in there. We need a honer.
Yeah, it looks pretty rough. That is clean. That's permanent.
And yet.
What's going on?
Bushing.
There it is. This is
I
what it
like
looks
that.
like.
One
And when you
bushing.
spin it in there, this thing shrinks, so to speak.
That one bushing was all gone, wasn't it?
Basically.
The top one? The bottom one was good.
You have to kind of piece it together. It broke coming out.
They make a tool for this.
So you just spin it in.
But if you don't have a tool, you just take a pair of vice grips.
A little bit more. Keep going.
Okay.
That works.
That's it. That's how it's done, guys.
Now we
Now,
just
take your pin and slide it in there and see if it needs honed. Give me a
Yeah.
pin.
Hup.
Should slide in there like you ain't never seen anything slide in before.
put some lube on it. Should slide right in. See that? Knife flip.
Alright, you gotta clean this off. Clean it off. It's sticky. You don't want it sticky.
There's rust on it.
I know it. Wipe it off. Get it cleaned up. We
That
don't
right
even
there
have to
is
hone it.
Butter.
That's the way I like to see them go.
That was awesome.
Uh-oh. Oh, look at here. Alright, you need to clean this. Sand that out real good. This thing should go all the way through.
So we sand it.
Sand it. Take a sandpaper, go in there and clean that up, and it'll slide right through because it's almost there now.
Alright.
Then we'll slap it together, take it and have it in lines.
I really hope I didn't miss that
Well,
thing down there.
fix that.
Fixer. So this is how I'm going to try to play it. I'm going to try to wrap this sucker around and just go like this. And then sanding it down. All I need to do is just get all that grit off and everything. So it'll slide down in there. Because that right there is really rough. And it should work. I hope it does. Look at that sucker.
I need my helmet.
Dude, you look good on this. You look like a, what is it called, a dill? What do they call them, dilts? You look good on this thing. Look at him go. Yeah, he's so hot in that thing. Calm down, girls. Calm down. You better calm down, Nathan. Okay, Nathan, don't start running after him.
We got any high temp spray paint?
Huh? High tent.
High temp.
Yeah.
Temperature.
All right, so we got her kind of sanded down. Looks a lot better up in there. So as soon as she slides through it like she's supposed to. Oh yeah, look at that. That's how you want it. Oop, dang, I just dropped it on the ground. Well, there we go, guys. It works. I want to take
I
as
don't-
much
I
as
don't wanna-
possible off.
Change it either because it ain't leaking or anything.
Yeah. That thing's heavy.
This thing should slide right off. Nope. Ooh, that's a way big difference.
It's gonna be, there you go. Oh, it's flat.
Yeah, but it's steel. We may have to put that shim in it. Okay, let's turn it around this way.
Maybe
like that. Got it straight. Oh yeah, she's going. Oh yeah, we're good. That's almost perfect.
There she is.
Now get the pin. And yeah, a little bitty hammer right there.
Oh, a little bitty hammer.
A little bitty hammer. Oh, it's the wrong hammer. I'm not used to them little bitty hammers.
Oh, they have a bunch of shims here too.
Yeah, I know. That's new ones. I don't see why you can't just use the same ones in it, because that's what come out in it.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty tight. Never had any up and down slide like you was talking about.
That's right dead on it. Come on, baby. Slide forward. Right there.
So the pin in?
Yep. Slide the pin in it. Wait a minute.
Does it matter which
right
way they go?
Yeah, there's a up and a down. There's top. You got it.
So guys, there's top and bottom.
There is a top and a bottom. Right there. Yeah, that should be it. Now we tap it down in there. That's it.
It's like butter, golly bum. There you go, guys. So you change the kingpin. Now I just gotta put it back together. So you gotta knock your pin in. Don't forget it. Also, when you put in your big old sleeve or whatever you want to call it. Oh, come on, come here. When you put your sleeve in, you got to make sure these little spots right here are lined up with the holes on this, or you're never going to get it in.
Look at there. That's perfect. But grease and that, she's tight.
Oh, yeah. There she is.
Yeah. Don't forget to put.
All right, guys, I want to say something that I really hope all of you guys know. This tie rod right here has a left and right thread, right? So here I am, lefty loosey, righty tighty, and I never caught it. The next thing I know, I'm tightening it instead of loosening. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to take this tie rod off, and it will not come off. So I called Dad, and I was like, hey, like, this thing ain't coming out, it's just spinning. And I put a zip tie around it and everything. And he was like, are you turning it the right way? I was like, what do you mean are you turning it the right way? Lefty loosey, righty tighty, right? You know? And next thing I know, he's like, yeah, you know, those things are like, you know, the studs or whatever, like the old studs. That makes sense. Like, you know. So here I am turning it the other way. The darn thing's coming out. That's kind of funny. But I ran this sucker all the way up in there. Use a big old pry bar and everything. And what the heck? Just let me tell you. You get it?
No, I was going to set it up there and clean it, but we'll get grease everywhere. Just going to pop that seal out.
Well, I'll do all that tomorrow if you want.
Anyway, you can do that.
It won't take long.
Just leave it in right here.
Alright, so Dad felt the other side, other front, and noticed it was a little slack. So we first thought it might have been the, what's it called? The pinion? No, it's not the pinion. What's that thing called?
Kingpin.
Kingpin. Yeah, there you go.
No, we knew the other side was bad on
Oh,
that
yeah.
side.
But this one had
Bearings on that
slack
side's
in it.
good. Everything's tight on that side. Then we come over and check this side, and it had about maybe a 16th play in it. We looked at the kingpins, they're tight because they were just put in about before we went. And then I got looking at the hub moving, and it's the wheel bearing loose.
Yeah. So the bearings look, or the races and bearings, they don't look bad at all. So we're just going to put it in and retorque it.
Retorque it, put it back together, and take it half line. And then I think work out it.
We think it was just, well, Dad thinks it's just where he put it in and it was too loose, and it's just wear from it being
We
loose.
didn't tighten it all the way.
Yeah.
So, when you go and have this thing aligned, if they jack it up and feel any looseness at all, they're not going to line it. They're going to call you and say, hey, you need to come get your truck. It needs kingpins or something.
No, don't give them any
And
excuses.
then you're wasting another hour going to get the truck and bringing it back and working on it. Why not check it and make sure before you send it?
Yeah, sure.
So we're going to send it after we tighten it.
Yeah. This thing is going to be ready to go once we get
ready
done
to
with
go.
it. It's going to be ready to
Bumper
go.
on it. We're going to put new fenders. We're going to put the back, our
I thought that was
bumpers.
actually caught for a second.
Our fender things we put on the back, we'll put it on, mud flaps, that.
There he goes. Dude, he's got it made, you know it? He literally plays all the time. His big old face ear to ear. It's funny.
Rick Braxton's face is lit up.
That's actually pretty cool. I like that. The fire truck.
All right, we get this ready and get ready to go home tonight.
Yeah. Do it tomorrow. Alrighty, guys. So we have put a brand new starter on this. There's the old starter. I left it out. So I put a brand new starter on it. And what else did I do? I put the rear shocks on. I'll explain that in a second. Put the wheel bearing back together. It's all oiled up. It's ready to go. And when I'm talking about the rear shocks, so when we got this thing, it only had these brackets down here. See those brackets that connect the shock to the bottom part or whatever? They only had them on the back. So Kenny, when he had this truck, he had to order them, and he got some for the front, and we're just now getting them on. So I got shocks all around. This thing is ready to go. And also, what we're going to be doing, probably won't be today, might be next week sometime, but we got the interior all cleaned out. And what we're going to do, we're going to rip this up, clean it, and then we are going to stick hardwood floor in it. So sweet. Kind of excited about it. What do you think? You want hardwood floor?
I don't give a shit if it's got hardwood floor.
I think it look good. But
It will, but I was gonna be driving.
yeah. But this thing's about ready to go, and kind of excited about it. But that'll be it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I hope to see you on next video. Yeah.
Please subscribe.